I wanted to talk about my quiet time, what I read this morning before I took off. I'm reading this new book called Breathing Underwater by Rohr, and it's like his attempt to kind of connect the gospel with the 12 steps. It's like a societal stigma, or I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like fear of being exclusive, but the 12 steps don't directly talk about Christianity. You know, they say it's a higher power. They allude to all of these things. And ultimately, I think that's what it is. You know, my higher power is the God of the Bible, right? The Abrahamic God, the same God that's always been. However, you know, there has to be some, what do you call it? It has to be PC for whatever reason. You know, the world that we live in. And so, Richard has had the same kind of like, I guess, struggles that I had earlier growing up, in the Catholic faith. He's a practicing Catholic. So he probably deals with a lot of the religiosity of what it means to be Catholic and what people paint it to be. I think there's a lot of focus around looking the part and not doing the part, right? And so, looking the part but not doing your part. That's what I'm saying? And so he makes it clear that there's a distinction between that. It's not enough to just go through the motions and act like you're Christian. You know what I'm saying? He says the vital piece of it, the spirituality aspect. And so he does a deep dive into it. I just read the intro to this book and that was it, man. He was finding ways to connect the two. And he simply put it in here. He said there's 4 foundations of ways that Jesus is equal to the 12 steps, right? Or the gospel of Jesus is equal to the 12 steps. He says, 1, we suffer to get well. We surrender to win. We die to live. We give it away to keep it. Right? I quote it. He said, this counterintuitive wisdom will forever be resisted, denied, and avoided until it is forced upon us by some reality over which we are powerless. And he stresses powerlessness is a vital part of recovery, right? As it should be for all of our lives, even if we don't buy into the whole idea of addiction, right? Or if we don't fall under the category of an addict, we should still approach life the same way, right? We're sinful by nature. We need a savior. And it's almost a blessing to be an addict because it allows us to see our powerlessness in full view. You can't hide away from that. That's like a blessing of addicts that they get to do that, right? People who are quote unquote normies, some of them never get to this point. And how sad is that? They live their life miserable. And they suffer from not being saved, ultimately, right? Their salvation is at stake. I don't look at it as like woe is me anymore. I look at it like, yo, I've been given an opportunity to do this. And so I said, Heavenly Father, either humble myself or get humble. Either run into help or get pummeled. This life of sin comes with lifelessness. All that cunning and stealth, but still stumble. But that brought me back to your righteousness. I was lost in fact. I was fighting it. Even Mike get hit. How great Tyson is. Get knocked back to the light with it. All right, man. We'll get to it, bro. I hope y'all having a blessed day. Cause you know how we coming.